What happens when an unstoppable force hits an immovable object? A question that has sparked countless debates and kept curious minds awake at night. So let's dive deep and unravel this conundrum. First, it's important to define what these terms mean. An unstoppable force, as the name suggests, is a force that cannot be stopped. It's a force that will continue in its trajectory, no matter what stands in its way. Imagine a freight train that's speeding down the tracks, and no matter what you do, you can't stop it. It's relentless, it's unyielding, it's unstoppable. On the other hand, an immovable object is something that cannot be moved. It's an object that is so firmly rooted in its place that it simply will not budge. Picture a massive boulder, so heavy and so solid that no matter how hard you push or pull, it remains steadfast. So, what happens when these two titans clash? When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? It's a paradox, a contradiction. If the force is truly unstoppable, it should be able to move the immovable object. But if the object is genuinely immovable, it should be able to resist the unstoppable force. The answer lies in the paradox itself. If a force is unstoppable, it cannot exist in the same universe as an immovable object, and vice versa. If an unstoppable force existed, there would be no immovable objects, as the force would have moved them. If an immovable object existed, there would be no unstoppable forces, as the object would have stopped them. The two are mutually exclusive concepts. So, the key points to remember are: an unstoppable force is a force that cannot be hindered or stopped by anything. It will continue in its path, regardless of what lies in its way. An immovable object is an object that cannot be moved, no matter how much force is applied to it. It stands firm, resisting all attempts to displace it. The paradox of an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object is a contradiction that cannot exist in the same universe. These two concepts are mutually exclusive. In essence, the answer to the question, what happens when an unstoppable force hits an immovable object, is that such a scenario is impossible. It's a thought-provoking paradox that challenges our understanding of the physical world and pushes us to think beyond our conventional boundaries.